Hello everyone, you are welcome to this class. So we want to look at rounding off numbers. So questions, that is, this will be the correction to the rounding of numbers questions you did earlier on. So we'll start with the first one here. So the first question says, the number of motorcycle accidents in a decade in Lagos was 1,249,945. Give this number to the nearest thousand. So we have, for the question number one, we have 1,249,945. So we want to give this, round it to the nearest thousand. To solve this, the first thing you need to do is to get the unit, the value of each digit. So the first, you start from the right hand side here, which is this one is unit, this is tens, while this is hundred, then this is what, thousand. Right, good. Now this is tens of thousand, the next one hundreds of thousand and millions. So but the question asks us to stop at to the nearest thousand, which means we are stopping on 9. Right, so since we are stopping on 9, we look at the next digit to the right. Don't forget, we look at the next digit to the right. So the next digit to the right is 9. And don't forget that 5 to 9, you round up. You round what? You round up, which means you add 1 to the digits. But 0 to 4, you round what? You round down. I hope that is clear. So that means that we're going to add 1 to 9. So this will be plus 1. So when you add 1 to 9, that gives what? 10. So because it gives 10, you cannot write 10 down. You write 0 and carry the remaining 1 to 4. So which means the 4 here we change to 5, then 2 remain as 2, 1 remain as 1. So the remaining digits that we have left here, we change everything to 0. To 0. I hope that is clear. So we change the 3 of them to 0. So it will be 0, 0. So that means our answer is 1,250,000. And that is option A there. That's the first option that we have there. Hope that is clear. So let's go to number 2. Let's go to number 2. For question number 2, round 5,678 to the nearest 100. So the same thing will be done. This is units, this is tens, this is 100. So which means we are stopping at 100, that is 6. So we look at the next digit to the right, which is also 7. So we round up here as well. So that means we're going to add 1 to 6. So that means 6 plus 1, that will give us what? 7. So the 5 is here. Then we change this and this. These digits here, we change them to 0. So that is the answer. I hope that is clear. Still the same as what the first option there. I hope that is very clear. So move to question number 3. For question number 3, we have, for number 3, round 452 to the nearest 10. 452. So this is units, this is 10. So which means we are stopping on 5. So the next digit to the right is 2, which is less than 5. So it's between 0 and 4. So that means you round down. So that we are not going to add anything to 5. So you are not adding anything to 5. In this case, we just change this 2 to 0. Then we have 450. That is 400 and what? 50, which is option B there. Option B, right? So let's move to the next one. And the next one, number 4. Number 4. So we have under number 4, the question asks us to round 2,079,654 to the nearest million. To the nearest million. So we have 2,079,654. So this is units, tens, hundred, thousand, tens of thousands, right? Hundreds of thousands, and this is what million. So to the nearest million, that's where we're going. So which means we're stopping on 2. So the next is to the right of 2 is 0, which is less than 5, which means we're going to round down. So that means we are adding nothing to 2. So in that case, 2 remain as 2. We change everything here to 0. So that is 2 million is the final answer. 2 million, that is option C there. That is option C. I hope that is very clear. Right, we move to the next number 5 now. All right, so for number 5, Ella made mistake in his homework. 712,350 to the nearest hundred. She wrote 712,300. So to the nearest hundred is the question. So write the correct answer. So which means we want to correct this. So we are saying that this is wrong, and from if you look at it very well, it's also wrong. So let's write the question out. So 712,350. So let's round this to the nearest hundred. So 103 is a hundred place, right? So the next digit to the right is 5, which means we're going to round up or you round down. So we are going to round up because this digit here is 5. So that means we're going to add 1 to 3. So that gives us what? 4. So in that case, we have 7, 1, 2, 4. Then the remaining 2 here we change to 0, 0. So that means we have 712,000. That is 712,400. That is option C. I hope this is very clear. Okay. So let's go to the next one, which is question number 6. For question number 6, so give 9.25 to the nearest whole number. So we want to round this to the nearest whole number. So we have 9.25. Now, so the whole number here is 9. So why these ones are decimals? 0.25, 25 are decimals, right? So we want to stop at 9. That's what it means. So we look at the next digit after 9, which is 2. So you are not going to consider the 2 digits and call it 25. No. We are looking at digits. So the next digit to the right is 2. So that means we round down because we're not going to add anything to it. So because 2 falls under 0 to what? 4. So that means the final answer will be what? 9. I hope that is very clear. Okay, so we move to question number 7. Excuse me. Question number 7. Give 7.398 to the nearest tenth. The nearest tenth. 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 We were looking at the digits after the decimal point. 10 and tenth, they are two different things. I've explained this. So the first digit after the decimal point is tenth, while the next one is hundred. This is tenth. While this is what? Hundreds. While this is what? Thousands. Right. So in that case, so we are stopping on 3. That's what it means. Then the next digit to the right of 3 is 9, which is between 5 and what? 9. So in that case, so it's more than 5. We add 1 to 3 plus 1. Then our answer will then be what? 7 point what? 4, which is option C as well. I hope I'm making sense. All right. So let's go to question number 8. Question number 8. So the question says give 0.00683 to the nearest thousands. So question number 8, 0.00683 to the nearest thousands. So we're going to the nearest thousands, right? So the first one, this is tenths, hundred, thousands. So which means we want to stop on 6. That's what it means. So in that case, so 8, which is the next digit to the right, is more than 5. So which means we add 1 to 6 plus 1. Then our answer, this will then become 7, 0, 0.0. So you can leave it this way, and if this h3 will change towards 00. But if we look at the option, we don't have 00 at the end. So in that case, the answer is t 0.007, which is option C. But if you write this, you're still correct, right? Then question number 9, and then question number 10. Okay, so question number 9, round this to the nearest whole number. So we have 0.9998. So what we're going to do, we are rounding to the nearest whole number. So the whole part here is 0. Why this one at the decimal part? So and the next we have after the decimal point is 9. So which means we're going to round up. So that means we're going to add 1 to this 0 plus 1. So that means the answer is equal to 1, which is option A. I hope it's very clear. Question number 10. Round 24.6 kilogram to the nearest kilogram. Now under this, you have to round it to the nearest kilogram. So it means we round it to the nearest whole number. But it's already in kilogram. That is, we round this one up. So that means you're going to have to the nearest whole number. Anytime you have to write, unless if what you have there are not the same, they are different units. That's another thing entirely. But now we have kilogram to kilogram. So this is decimal. After the decimal point, we have 6. So 6 is more than 5. We add 1 to 4. So that gives what? 25 kilogram. So that is that on this. So thank you very much for your attention. So we'll meet in the next class. Bye for now.